I'm Irene Koncilja, and this is Book Talk. Paula McLean, an acclaimed writer of historical fiction and best-selling author of Paris Wife and Circling the Sun, has found a new heroine in Martha Gellhorn, and once again crosses paths with Ernest Hemingway in her latest novel titled Love and Ruin. In 1936, a 27-year-old Martha Gellhorn was drifting aimlessly across Europe and the U.S. in search of that elusive story she could develop into a noteworthy novel. She wanted, above all else, to be a published author, and traveling around the globe in search of excitement and adventure had worked for Fitzgerald and Hemingway, so why not for her? When civil war broke out in Spain between the fledgling Republicans and the Franco-fascists, the siren call to arms proved irresistible, and she joined a cadre of world-class journalists in Madrid to write reports for Collier's magazine. Young and idealistic, she got caught up in that most noble of causes, the struggle for freedom against tyranny and oppression. Surrounded by bombed remnants of buildings and of men, she learned to steel herself against the horrors of war, all the while hoping that she was not the one death had come for. And then, larger than life, there he was. His reputation preceded him. He was clearly the center of the universe, and all the other war correspondents orbited around him, hanging on to his every word. There he was, Ernest Hemingway. And even though he had a beautiful wife and 3 sons at home, his attraction to Gellhorn was unavoidable, much like a moth to a flame. The passionate romance between Hemingway and Gellhorn that followed felt like hurtling through the dark under 100 million stars set to collide disastrously, she later wrote. And like all fires that blaze with great intensity, they eventually burn themselves out, leaving nothing but ashes. Paula McLean wrote this novel in the first person in Martha Gellhorn's voice and from her point of view. It's a beautifully written narrative, capturing the raw emotions of a young woman in love with Hemingway, with adventure, with life. It's a good read and a great story that lets us peek into the complicated relationship of 2 gifted writers. I give it 4.5 stars. For Whom the Bell Tolls, a Hemingway masterpiece, is loosely based on their experiences during the Spanish Civil War. In fact, the main character, Maria, is actually patterned after Martha. A movie version of their passionate love story titled Hemingway and Gellhorn came out in 2012, starring Nicole Kidman and Clive Owen. I recommend both the book and the movie. Until next time, I'm Irene Koncilja.
En la penumbra de esta noche divina y prieta, sobre la tundra que puebla mi alma siempre despierta.